Hey guys, what are we doing today? How are we doing today? How's everybody doing today? Whoops, sorry about that. Trying to organize this space a little bit better. Okay, let's just say. All right. Um, what? Who's doing what? Not seeing anything, so let's go back and keep an eye on our live stream. Hey, Dave, it's Garage Arts. I was thinking of changing the titles of my sessions out here to Garage Arts, so I I appreciate uh, that, and I will be using that from now on in my thumbnails. Garage Art sessions. Like it's so obvious. Why didn't I think of it? Anyways, how are you doing today, old school Dave? It's good to see you. First in the chat. I just turned it on. Nice. Yep. Thanks for the new name. Uh, let's get our little greening going. Come on. What's good with you today, Dave? Hey, what's going on, passerby? We got passerby and old school Dave in our chat. Thank you guys for joining. Hope you all are doing well. It's like, what would it be? Is it like the middle of the night for you, passerby? Lazy Saturday. That is correct indeed, except we're not going to be too lazy because we got some painting to do. It is actually a pretty nice day out here. The sun is out. It's got to be like 70 degrees, which would be, I don't know, what, 20 something Celsius? I don't know the conversion by heart. Maybe 14, somewhere between 14 and 15. So we have our three canvases here. Um, I have my I have these two checkerboard ones I did, and these are on wood. These were on wood panels, which are were lids to boxes for bottles of wine. I've been sitting on those for ages. Back when some friends of mine worked at a uh, liquor store, and they would get these boxes. Actually, no, I can't say that. These are not from the liquor store. These are from Whole Foods. When I worked at Whole Foods uh, uh, back in the late teens, 20 teens. So, okay, I want this, but I don't want it in the way. I don't want these getting hit by any loose paint. Those are its own thing. We got our rock. We did some rock painting. Well, priming some rocks It's 3 hours into an even lazier Sunday morning. That's what I'm talking about. It is Sunday for passerby. 3 hours in. I appreciate, you stopping by then and hanging since it's early morning for you. Okay, we got our coffee, we got the stream going. How's it looking? I can probably zoom in a little bit more, right? Or is it? Oh no, it's probably. Or is it? Oh no, it's my monitor. Thanks guys for the likes. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's my. I have to remember it's not always my streaming phone. It's my other device that I use to monitor chat and stuff. But um, the next step, we're gonna rotate these around, and I'm gonna do some drippage. Because man, who doesn't like a nice early morning drip session? Oh, I didn't need the hair dryer. I need my drill, my power drill. Oh shoot! It's not one thing. It's an. Excuse me. Yeah, this one so far. Oh, now it's stuck to the wall. It's probably my favorite, so that means I need to destroy it. Always destroy your favorites. Okay. Now we want it to screw. Oh, I need to figure out a better system for keeping these held to the wall. Uh, the way I do things, I don't want them just hanging because I'll just end up knocking them off the wall as soon as I start doing something. Okay. But yeah, it's a nice morning. We got about an hour and a half to work on some stuff. So let's see what we can do. Jeez, that is a bad screw hole. I have to get some filler, fill some of these screw holes. Yeah, there we go. We got a flip. Let's get this ready for when I need the hair dryer. Brown painting reminds you of undigested corn. Hey, I do not disagree with that. The more disgusting, the better. Hey, Dwiota, how are you doing today? Good to see you in the chat. Is it is it early morning for you or late evening? What is the cutoff? Is it midnight? You can't say evening more after midnight? I feel like somewhere between 2 and 3 o'clock is where you get that transition where you can't say evening or late night anymore. Or maybe it's 3 o'clock. But it's good to see you in the chat, Dwee. Hope you're doing well. Wait, Dwee, aren't you? No, that's what's his name. They're in South Africa. Laughing Girl in oh, what's that one? I know it when I see it, the name. Well, for a second, I thought there was some holes in the painting, like this dark area. Like, what happened? Did the little chipmunks come in here and start ravaging the place? All right, so we're gonna do some drips. Something dark on this side, something light on that side to contrast. So let us find something. Should I mix? I haven't been mixing colors at all. Check it out. I found some retarder. I haven't used this yet. Supposed it's supposed supposed to slow down the drying time of the paint. I don't know if I want that though. I don't need that slowed down. What do you think, guys? Red? The value isn't that light, but and I want dark on this side. I could go black. I haven't really been using any blacks at all. I don't feel like blacks are I'm gonna do okay, I got cerulean and then our consumed cat naphthol crimson. Okay, we got those. And then this one, the red one? Jeez, what do I do on the red one? Guess I can do a green or something, or just do straight yellow. I can use the cadmium yellow hue. All right, let's get our mixing going on. Richard Mixon. We need something to scoop because I'm not using that brush to scoop. Dude, where's my finger and scoopy scoopers? Like a knife, plastic knife somewhere? It's something laying around here. Or, oh, yep, here we go. My trusty tongue depressor. Okay, we will start off with the blue side first. Or should we do the red side? Let's do red. Red or orange? I can mix some yellow in there. Orange on this side might be okay. Nah, let's do red. Red's a good um red's a good clean saturated color to use. Red is good. Red goes good with the brown, but it'll like show up off the brown too. I don't know if this though, this red, the naphthol crimson is gonna be a little darker than I was thinking. Alright. I usually put all the stuff together and then mix it, but I'm gonna mix in the medium first and then add the water afterwards. You know, I wish this is cool. These containers. Um, I wish I had some empty ones of these. because then these would be nice to like uh, spread the drips around instead of just going from the top there. But that's okay. Doing a little formalistic um, kind of ritual painting by just doing vertical and horizontal stuff. Leave all the crazy brush stuff. Actually, I could get some cool vertical lines or drip lines with that thing. They might come out a little bit thinner than if I do it straight from the brush. Yeah, we keeping to our certain formula of how we apply the paint. Bunch of drips. We got our spray paint kind of shapes, or symbols if you prefer. Um, and then the overall paint layers with some decalcomania mixed in there. So I was listening to yesterday's stream while I was running some errands. Boy, do I just ramble on about things if I don't have a particular subject to talk about. Even if I do have a particular subject, uh, it ends up I end up going off the rails anyways. So I guess that is kind of the way of the live stream. I'll just kind of go where it takes you. All right, so we got our water. Hey, Wild Wolf. Jeez, sorry I missed your greeting in the chat. I need to put on. I don't know if YouTube will allow me to do this to make the chat font bigger. I don't know if that's something I can do on a mobile device. You might be able to do that on a desktop, but yeah, why doesn't I don't know, maybe you can do that from your settings. Just change that font size. Let's see. Let's try it out. Just because I'm looking at things from a little bit farther away and I'm wearing my reading glasses. So I have to be kind of up close to really see. So that would be under, is it accessibility? Display text larger. Why is it off? I don't know if it will do that. I mean, all this other stuff. There we go. Will it make my stream text bigger? No, it does not. Makes everything else bigger. Okay, that's fine though. We'll leave that up for the other stuff. Okay. It's like my first play school. Uh, my first play school. I don't want to keep saying iPad, but not everybody has an iPad. I guess I have an iPad, so what does it matter? Trying to speak more generically. Like, I don't want to use the names of particular stores. They're not paying me, so why should I mention their names unless I want to? No corporate stuff, just all grassroots, mom and pop shops. Corporations don't need my help. All right, we need more water because this is not thin enough. God, I gotta be careful. Add too much, and then all of a sudden it's just like a lake. Okay. Well, it did it, but for some reason the signal out here. Come on, you ridiculous thing. Did it really like stall out? Let me see. It's still going. Is it stalled for you guys? 'Cause it was stalled on my iPad, but I don't know if that was my iPad not getting a signal. All right, here we go. We're gonna go. We're gonna go the long way on these, right? At intervals. Still not quite thin enough, I think. There we go. If I get a lot of paint on there, then it'll start to drip. Mm. Oh, you have to go off. Oh, no. Now I'm screwing it up. Oh, well. Guess you can say I'm creating. They got a little too close on the right side. A little too close together. Too close for comfort on the right side. Maybe I should use a smaller brush next time, like a 1 inch. Okay, on this one, I think I'm going to get it with water though to make it run a little bit more. And let me clean this stuff off first. Are you getting any are you getting the stream, guys? Is it showing? Because man, that's quite disappointing if my stream's not making it. Thanks for the likes. We got the 4 likes today. Hey Lou, jeez. Again, I'm missing people. Hey Lou, sorry about that. Thank you, I appreciate it. AK Art of Mine. Oh, hey, Art of Mine is in the house under Lou Hawk 559. Thank you, Art of Mine. I should have known that. I didn't even remember the 599 part. But yeah, thank you. Do I call you Art of Mine or Lou, or doesn't matter? Where's my sorry about that. Jeez. Like I said, I need to start. I have this problem when my wife texts me. She's like, scroll up, scroll up. Read your text messages. I'll go in there and I'll be like face to face with her. She's like, did you see the text I sent you? No, what did it say? Check your text. You see red drips? Okay, I'm here. I'm just off to the side. I should I like I was thinking of doing like Dondrell does and have it up a little bit more, but like uh like you're looking from down from an eagle's nest. I mean, it's not that extreme, but now you can kind of see my big head off. I am just cleaning my brush off and then cleaning our old color mixing tray. You'd think I'd have a ton of these just laying around, but I don't need more clutter. Don't need more clutter. And we got our poopy water. Let's uh, let's just do it. Let's just hit it with the poopy water. I don't know if you're still there in the chat, art of mine, but hope you're doing well. Thank you again for taking time out of your day to come check out what's going on in my day. If you're still there, do you live stream too, Lou? I always need to like start um, reciprocating and uh, start following. I do, but I need to put forth more of an effort to uh, start following um, or other creators, other content creators. Well, we'll wipe this down. I did get a little bit of red smear on my pants. It's time to go get some new pants and putting it off. These will be my designated painting pants from now on because we're starting to get they're worn, they're faded, they're starting to get paint on them. No, I am not. I can get messy, but for some reason, especially if I'm like spray painting, like if I'm out doing a wall with somebody, spray paint can splatter quite a bit. For some reason, unless I go super nuts, I don't usually get paint on my clothes. Might find like one or two little spots, and that's about it. I've done some big stuff, so I don't know. I see these other people, they got paint all over themselves. I don't get it. Why can't I get paint all over myself? I get paint all over my hands. I need to do like where you plastic off the whole entire room and then just start splattering everywhere. We need more paper towels. Oh boy. Getting low. The box has 300. They say it's a roll of 300. Okay, so we got some pretty saturated, pure color streaks or drips, and then when I doused it with the water, we got some very nice kind of veiled, washy red streaks or runs. I don't know. Is there an exact term for it? Drips, runs. But it's really strong. It is very strong. I might need to take that wood piece and then do a hole to scrape the paint down once it has a chance to dry a little bit, because the thicker areas will still be somewhat wet underneath any dried film surface. Okay, okay, we got that clean. Um, that is pretty dirty. Did I say blue on the left side, right? I like when you just start adding colors over colors, and then it just starts to become this uh, mix of some one particular like muted color. Okay, we got our blue. I think I'm using quite a bit of paint. Man, this is very rich for Utrecht, and I'm not sure when this was made. I bought these. Geez, these have had to have been with me since the mid 2000s. Yeah, somewhere around 2005, I want to say. Could be 2005 to 2007. These have been with me, and I haven't even gotten through half of it yet. It's so full of pigment. It's just insane, insanely awesome. It's just so saturated, this pure color. Okay, guys, we're gonna take a swig of coffee. It is 12:28 p.m. here in the Midwest, old Central Standard Time. So these drips will contrast the original drips from when I started these panels. I like to do stuff like that. I need to maybe throw in uh orient the canvas horizontally and throw in some drips that way. Then it starts to create like this drip grid. I really like the drip grid thing. Uh, I have been doing that since um, somewhere between 2001 and 2003 is when I started utilizing that drippy, using the drips as like lines, vertical lines, and then I just change the orientation of the canvas, and then it starts to create like this grid or almost like a weave of paint or color. One of my first pieces, it was like u- utilizing that drip. Um, was a I think 3 foot by 4 foot canvas, and I also added in um, images that I got off photos from like magazines and stuff. So I would just kind of like copy those or superimpose those in the weave and then do more drips and then kind of keep continuing to do that until I got tired of it and stopped. Just experiments. I probably have like a good handful of canvases kind of like that. A buddy of mine has one. I think, I don't know if he bought it or if I just gave it to him on loan. I can't remember. I know my brother has one, the big one that I did. I think I have that, but it might be out at my mother-in-law's place. There was one that was like a poppy flower mixed in with the dripped grid. But those have all been acrylic paintings, and I've been thinking after watching these videos, doing them in oil, which would take a little bit more time. People are always concerned with drying times with oil paint. It depends on the color or pigment you're using. Drying times will vary. White, like titanium white, usually takes a little bit longer. If you do like lead white, I think it's a little bit shorter drying time. Lead white, or what do they call it? Flake white. You also got zinc white, which is probably the um, least favorite white. Actually, I can't say. I've used zinc white. I haven't used flake white, so I'm not sure. But it looks like flake white has better coverage than zinc white does. All right, we got that mixed. I don't have it. Oh, I do have clean water in my big bucket. The other two are one is saturated with the red, and the other one's getting a little. I need like a little cup, and all my little cups are in the house. They run inside just to get a little cup. Oh, I'll just use this empty. I bought this so that I can measure out amounts of things. But once the inside is coated with paint, you can't see, so it does no good. Okay, little more. Okay, so it's like, what's the use of having these measurement mark on the outside if you can see the paint when it hits the marks? Okay, let's get inside of here. So we have um, it's 12:35. 7 minutes, huh? Okay, we got our brush. Let's get that out of there. Okay, blue. It's gonna be really extreme with this color, this pure cerulean hue. Hue means that it's not pure. That's why they throw hue in there so that um, I'm assuming legally they're letting you know it's not a pure color. There could be something else in there. There could be something else in there. All right. I think we have our mix. We're going to do the same thing like I did on the right side, and we're going to use the short side and do little intervals. Little intervals. And make sure I'm trying to keep the same width distance, but I got to give it a little. Mm, Okay, even that side gets a little drip. Probably didn't need this much blue. Always misjudging how much paint I actually need, but I guess more is better than less when it comes to paint. You won't have to sit there and mix another batch while you're in the middle trying to do something. Okay, all right, guys. Looks like it's just gonna be we'll just do that and that. We got our blue side. Thank you guys for the likes. I appreciate it. We're almost at our average, which would be around 7 or 8 for a live stream. That's not too bad. 5. I'll take it for a Saturday. Saturday. Mm, Whoops. 10 o'clock. Down below, got a lot of drippage. I got a lot of drippage. That top 2x4, that thing is gonna be stuck to the wall if I ever have to move those. Because of the paint. Uh, so let's clean our brush off. I'm gonna let that sit for a second, do its drip, let gravity do its thing, and then I'll hit it with some water like I did with the right side. I always want to do less layers, but then when I look at it after I do like a layer or two, I always feel like I need to do more. Like it's not enough. Yeah. I think it's because I stop only when my hands are covered with a certain amount of paint. Up top where I was applying the paint, the water is created like little rivulets where it's pulled the paint off. It's kind of cool. Wonder if I should hit it again with some more water. Do a little second pass to get more of those rivulets to show. Okay. We're still gonna sit a moment before I do the. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I hope I hope that didn't cut my s- that didn't cut my stream. Not okay. Okay. We're good. We're good to go, I think. Ah, fellow coworker. It's funny. I was like, I don't remember calling Julie, but maybe she got a butt dial. Sometimes that happens. Sorry, guys, if I lost you there. Looks like a few got disconnected. Well, that blue is almost. There's a few drips that are almost to the bottom, but I think for the most part we have. And let me use the fresh water. 'Cause I don't know if I start using the red, there might be some bleed into the blue. Bleed and blue. All right, guys. Do a couple passes. Couple passes. I could make a game of it where I just keep going until the paint kind of slowly travels down the entire surface. So all this up top will start to, ooh, the rivulets. at the top here, kind of matching the paint mashing rivulets of the brown. Kind of cool. I think it zoomed out after your work hookup call, buddy. No, it was. Did it zoom all the way out? What is up? Zoom in, it'll zoom in, then it'll zoom out. You want a little bit more zoomed in? Should I should I zoom it in a little bit more? There we go. God dang. Well, you know what I can do is in the meanwhile or interim for waiting for this blue is I am going to hit the red side with the hair dryer. If I can get the hair dryer untangled. Is that good or you want more? I can zoom in even more. I think you said a smidge. I can go even more. Plus it's kind of angled down slightly. I thought about changing where I have my camera set up, but I don't have a whole lot of floor space in the garage here because all the other junk that's stored in here. That's good. Was a bit far after that call. Yeah, at least it didn't end the stream outright. Because it's done that before when somebody's called. And I'm like, really? I'm not gonna answer. I that's why I was kind of hesitating because I was like, I'm not gonna answer the call if it's gonna end my stream. Oh, really? Oh, you're gonna start off with me? These kind of start to look like uh, woods or forest scenes, like you're standing in a thick forest with all the vertical streams here. So the blue side got some nice kind of rivulets appearing at the top. I might hit it again one more time with the water. just for good measure. Turn my nice clean bucket of water blue. All right. Well, here we go. Clean up some of this excess water that kind of clean up that blue. Okay. Man, I want to take that rag full of saturated paint that I just wiped up and dab it on this. Nah, it's all nasty. There's more than just paint on there. It's like dust stuff, which wouldn't be too big of a deal. But I want a bunch. There's probably cat hair in there. Hey, Faucho, how are you doing? Dave, retracting messages. Waiting for Emmett to drop by. So he was saying some cool stuff yesterday or the other day in chat. I'm doing great. I get to um, be out here in the garage and working on these paintings some more before I go into work. But how are you doing, Caucho? It's good to see you in the chat again. Um, it's cool to uh, see people coming back. Is your day going well, or is it evening? So yeah, the next I think we're definitely gonna stick with the primary colors. So yellow, even though I did yellow on this earlier, I am gonna hit it again with this more saturated cadmium yellow hue. So this container actually is probably like 2/3 of the way gone. So that yellow has gotten quite a bit of use, but I feel the blue and the red still about halfway or not quite halfway used up. And I don't know if you can find these Utrecht professional quality art supplies since they got bought out or sold to Dick Blick. And Dick Blick already has their line of Blick stuff, so which I don't typically have a problem with. This yellow though is really I think this yellow is a pretty nice yellow compared to a lot of yellows out there. It's around noon right now. Yep, 1 p.m. for me. About almost 1 p.m. We got about 30 minutes, a little bit more than 30 minutes left here. I thought, hey, Sabrina, Suburban Garden, welcome. Sorry, I didn't see you pop in there real quick. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining. Hope you are well. Doing all right. Popping in to say hello before I have to do some housework. It's around noon right now. Yeah, I need to do some of that too. I could have been breaking down Amazon order boxes. My wife likes to order stuff through Amazon, so we end up with a lot of boxes, and I kind of slack. I'm good, thank you, Sabrina. It's nice day out here today, about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's a nice fall day with the sun out. A little overcasty, but the sun's shining. So, I hope all is well with you. We just got a bit of bee or a hornet. The bee. Watch out, bee. Don't end up in the paint. Might be attracted to the colors. Art is more fun than breaking down boxes. Yeah, that's why I'm out here painting instead of breaking down boxes. Yeah, I could always do that tonight. Tomorrow, no stream tomorrow. I will be working all day, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So if I do, it might be a late evening gaming stream or possibly painting rocks. Painting rocks. 12-hour day, yeah. Uh yeah, usually the 12-hour day would be a Saturday, but lately we've had some uh scheduling adjustments. So I've been getting a little bit more free time on Saturdays because I was working pretty much basically every weekend for um at least a year, if not more. After a fellow employee left our team, I kind of took over their shift and they were working a lot of Saturday. I think they worked every Saturday. I kind of took over that shift. So basically, I've been working Friday, Saturday, and Sundays regularly for a year or more. Yeah, she ended up leaving. Maybe it was like 2023. The funny thing is she left, started working for a um not was it a charity? Something like that. And then I think it's been a little bit more than a year as she ended up moving to my hometown of Minneapolis. And um I still kind of see her on Instagram and stuff. It looks like she's enjoying her life in Minneapolis, where I'm suffering in Iowa. No, that's not the case. But I do have a lot of friends and family up in Minneapolis. So it's been a quite adjustment to moving to Iowa. But this area is where my wife's from, and she didn't want to move up north because it gets a lot colder up there in the winters. So I was like, well, I can move down there. It's not a big deal. Well, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear it. Good to have a job, but 12-hour weekend shifts for a year is rough. Yeah, for a while there, I was doing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all 12 hours, which gave me a 3 day during the week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday free. So I would could get a lot of uh, art making done, as well as other things like running errands and crap like that. Uh, but actually, we hired on a new person to our team, so my schedule isn't so erratic on. So uh, I would every other week I would have that 12 hours in a row um, work schedule, and then the next week I would work some short shifts and 8-hour shifts and then some like a 12-hour shift. And it'd be scattered throughout the week. But when she got hired on, her schedule has helped to stabilize my schedule a little bit more or normalize it. I don't know if you could say it's normal, but it would be 2 12-hour shifts and 2 8-hour shifts in a week, which still gives me 3 days off, not in a row, but maybe 2 days off and then a work day and then 1 day off. So I could still get some painting done or illustration work. That's another thing I could be working on is, illustrations for this book, uh, kids book, somebody else instead of painting, but I've been doing that at while I'm at work, sitting there in between my downtimes. I bring my iPad, I do the drawings or illustrations on my iPad, and so it's kinda like killing 2 birds with 1 stone, and but I've been kinda slacking on that at work too, watching too many live streamers. So my job is, I work as a information or concierge at a hospital. So I provide information, but on the weekends it's really slow. So I'm only needed when somebody needs some directions. So there's a lot of downtime sitting at the desk. So you have a place you post your digital work. Yeah, if you go to my Instagram, there is some digital stuff on my YouTube, like some of the little teeny digital animations or GIFs that I do. But if you go to my Instagram at Minnesota Pop Art, which is Minnesota, not spelled with a T, but a D. So Minnesoda, like soda pop. So Minnesota Pop Art, all one word at Minnesota Pop Art. You'll find um, my digital and my traditional and cat pics, and that is pretty much it. Lately, it's been a lot of digital stuff, uh, but yeah, there's some traditional artwork in there. There's like over 1,000 posts. So if you're looking for more of the traditional stuff, it's like some of my earlier work. I wish Instagram had a better way of, dealing with posts, but they figure the content creator should be managing that. So I should go and curate. I should curate all my posts, but like to me, my Instagram when I started it was almost like my a journal of my daily life, and that's kind of how I treated it. I do have another uh um Instagram, but I haven't taken advantage of it. That one is under Omizu.arts, and I only have like two or three posts on there. I've been sitting on it because um I was thinking of using it more for the fine arts side, but then that means building up following again. I should use that one more, and then I can curate it better than I do my Minnesota Pop Arts. Plus, Minnesota Pop Arts is different from, I've been using Omizu Paints for probably the past couple years now, year and a half, 2 years. So it's kind of become more of the brand. I hate that word brand. I'm not trying to brand anything. That's just the moniker I use. Basically, Amizu is the name, my writer's name, if I can even call myself a writer. Don't usually go out much anymore. I did for some time in the late 2010s and teens when I was doing stuff like that with a buddy of mine. Um, Actually, I still have a few friends that I could go out with, but they're all like up in Minnesota. I haven't really met too many people. Writers here in Des Moines, there is a scene, but I don't get out much anymore. I mean, being 50 plus years old, I'm not gonna go out in the middle of the night trying to tag and paint on shit. It's like, fuck that. Give me a nice legal wall, I'll do something for you, but I'm not going tagging and piecing in the middle of the night. So that's how I ended up with the name Mizu, because that's what I was writing. Actually, it's Mizu, which is Japanese for water, but I added the prefix O because I wanted 5 letters instead of 4 letters. And then it kinda balanced it out a little bit with, alternating vowel consonant. Plus, you can do a little bit I think I had a little bit more fun with, uh, having these 3 vowels and then the 2 odd consonants. Con I don't Alright, let me scrape these real quick, and then I'm gonna switch out to the other panel and then do the drips on that, and that might be, it for the stream because I've been yapping way too much. Yappy dappy do. Okay. Well, we got some of that paint off of there. Yippity yapping, aka Art of Mine. Yeah, I saw that, Lou. I don't know if you just came back, but I saw your comment earlier. Um, I saw that you're Art of Mine. Hold on, Lou. Let me see. I can go to your channel. Oh shit. Damn. All right, Lou. Following you. Are these your sculptures? Fucking dope. So dope. Is it metal or is it wood? Fuck. Yeah, I'll check that out while um I'm at work. Fuck, that's dope, dude. Nice. I'd like to do some sculptures. I have a buddy that does sculpture work. He does usually does metal stuff, but he's been playing with sewing and making soft sculptures like Claus Oldenburg, but not like Claus Oldenburg. Yeah, sick stuff. I really want to look into that a little bit more. All right, guys, go check out Lou Hawk 559, aka Art of Mind. Um, yeah, the channel is Art of Mind 559. Cool stuff. So you paint too, huh, Lou? Okay, let me see. Usually when I watch Don Drill's lives, you can't you can't typically click on somebody's name to see if they have a channel or not, like an active channel. So unless I happen to catch the um the channel name, Like, it's hard to go find people. I've always had issues finding people's channels because you got 2 different handles. You got your one handle, and then you got your actual channel handle. And usually in chat, you're seeing, um, the non-channel handle, and unless you can click on that name and go to the channel, it's hard to find that person. Like YouTube, you need to make it a little bit easier for people to find. And I get why, um, I know you can set that, um, each creator can set that to not show subscribers, it'll show their name, but you can't just click on it and then, see their channel info and stuff. Well, I am going to hit this with the hair dryer, and then we're gonna speedily try to do that 3rd panel. Uh, it used to be that way. YouTube should never change it. It made so many good buddies, clicks on channel. Yeah, you just click on the name, but I'm sure there's probably a lot of young people on there, and they would probably get a lot of complaints as far as like having easier access to those people or people who are more vulnerable. So I get why YouTube trying to protect people's privacy. I think I even have it set, unless this is like a thing that YouTube does. But I think I have it set so you guys can't just click on people's names. I haven't tried to mess with that though to test it. Uh, some chats are different. Your at doesn't show up at all in all channels like this one. Um, usually, if you go to, let's see, since I don't have a description, what if you go to about? Yeah, if you go to about, you can see at the bottom, it's where it says more info, the actual channel uh, URL. But my handle, I think, is Omizu_Paintz. That's the weird thing is like they're really weird about which what is the channel name and what is the freaking handle name. All right, let's switch out this right painting and I'll attach the other painting. Going quickly. We got about 14 minutes, but I can milk it if I need to for another 10 minutes before I have to end the stream. All right, there's the red one is stuck. Let me put that over here so it doesn't get hit with. You make sure our orientation is where the original drips are upside down. It's weird how all these canvases are supposed to be the same size. But they don't match my dang screw hole. Oh, all right. Okay, now we need a hair dryer. Okay, guys. I'm thinking of maybe I don't know how many more layers, maybe a layer or two more, and then sanding it, give it more of a worn look, and then adding more layers on top of that. I haven't used the sanding technique too much. Okay, we need our yellow. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Thanks for the likes, guys. We got up to 6. That is not bad. You know what? My expectation, though, I thought for a Saturday stream, a lot more um, traffic, but that is not the case on this Saturday. I won't know that until I actually look at when I end the stream and see how many views it's gotten. Let me clean up some of this. These containers. Oops. Make space so I don't kick stuff. Okay. Actually, you know what? The acrylic binder for this yellow seems a little weird. It almost seems like the Liquitex binder versus the Blick binder, but it definitely has more pigment in it compared to the Liquitex. So I have this tube of basic Liquitex basic orange, and it has so weird consistency or texture to the paint. Hey, Wendy, how are you doing today? How was the game? Was it a good game? Did you guys win? Did your team win? All right. Again, I think I may have used too much paint, more paint than I actually needed to use, but more better. All right. Oh, crap. Only thing is, I don't have any clean water. The other one has blue in it. This one has red. I guess it's gonna end up kind of, it still looks yellow. It's dulled it. It has made my pure hue even more unpure. All right. I think it's good though. Good consistency. You won 2-0. Nice. It's always nice when your team wins, you go to the game and you get to see your team perform well and win the game. Did you drink a lot of beers while you're at the game? Man, it's been a long time since I've actually had a beer. Like no fun just sitting there drinking by yourself. I don't know. Some people may disagree with me, but yeah, just I don't know. Unless I'm doing something, just sitting there and drinking a beer by myself is not fun. You said not long in from the game, now got to go and collect an Indian takeaway. Ooh, man, that sounds good. No rest for the wicked. Oh, I had half a cider as I drive. You can drink and drive? When's the last time you had a gummy? My wife has the gummies. You know, dude, have I even had a gummy before? That is a good question. I don't know if I've ever had a gummy. Yeah. No. Yeah, my wife, she's the one that takes the gummies. But now Iowa's changed their laws where they're restricting um, all those products if they have a THC content of 3% or more. And it's like, okay, when are you guys going to settle on that, you know, a proper amount? Because they have like dispensaries, you have to get a medical card, but they're a little bit more restrictive with that stuff. Whereas like all the other states around us, Illinois, Minnesota, I don't know about Nebraska, Kansas or Missouri, I'm not sure about them. They, I don't know which ones are a little bit more lenient, but it's usually the Republican states that are kind of more um, have more of a tighter control over stuff like that. And I think it's you typically because of the money, because they're all gung ho about um, pharmaceuticals being all good. Yeah, they're legal. Pharmaceuticals are legal. And it can because they can make a ton of money off of them. 'Cause they know the healthcare industry isn't about preventing anything. It's all about just making it seem like they all have a cure for something. Oh yeah, they'll have a cure for cancer here soon. 50 years comes out, they've always had a cure for cancer. The cure for cancer is don't live this American lifestyle. The cure for cancer is don't have unregulated industries. Hey, Jan, how are you doing today? Welcome. You're catching kind of the tail end of the stream. Just adding in this yellow bit. and then we'll wrap it up because I gotta get going to work. It's 1:26. If I milk it, I got a good 14 minutes here to good 14 minutes. Let me clean off my brush. And clean off the old brush. No, unless somebody wants to buy like a few paintings for a few $100,000 so that I don't have to work for some time and I could just focus on my art, that would be super generous. But I've been making art since I was 18, and that has not happened yet. Okay. Piss yellow. That's some that's some hardcore piss if it's that color. If it's that densely saturated. Like look how slow it's moving compared to all the other colors we've put on there so far. Of course, the yellow's gotta be the slowest dripper so far. French's mustard, yeah. It's kind of a bad French's mustard. It's like French's mustard knockoff. That's like, a Chinese version of French's mustard. It's the bootleg. What would the name be? It wouldn't be French's, it would be some kinda like French's. Alright, so once it gets kind of down, like the drips kinda get down a little bit more, get down want to get down, I am going to, hit it with some water to get it to run a little bit more. Come on, gravity. You need to do your thing. I got 11 minutes. Freedom mustard? Yeah. They should call it Bucks mustard. Bucks mustard, and then their slogan can be "Pardon my French." Bucks mustard. It could be. Is that French's, or are you just happy to see me? Do a little beat the brush for Bob Ross. Beat that. I wonder how many brushes he went through in his time with all the beating. Nice one. I like yours better. That's hilarious. Yeah. Bucks mustard. Pardon my French. Pardon my French is boy, I don't know. Is it gonna run anymore? There's a lot of air bubbles in this pigment too. I swear the acrylic medium, whatever that they put the pigment in, was different from the other two, the blue and the red for some reason. I don't know. I think that maybe the yellow pigment, whatever they use for um, their pigment, is react funny to the medium that it's in. Okay, I was hoping that it would go down a little farther, but we don't have a whole lot more time to wait. Okay, we did the dirty red water. Now it's the dirty blue water. All right. Man, it is not water is not doing anything really. This yellow is some tough yellow. It's weird. It's not reacting like the other two. It's like if you mix mix it, then it'll be fine. But if you're just pouring water over it, it's not reacting like the other two did. That's why I was wondering about the whatever the acrylic binder vehicle they use. Different formula from their. That's it. That's all I'm gonna try and do. 'Cause that was more water than I used on the other two. Okay, these we'll spread these out so that they can here. One of these times, I'm gonna take a page out of Emmett or Huzzah Creative's playbook and slap, since these are all paper towel shop towels here, slap them onto a surface. They are so full of color. Well, I got some paint on my hands. Not as much as the last few sessions. Wendy, sh- why was it hiding Napalm's name? Hey, Napalm, you do it all the time. Wait, what was that? Oh, gummies? That water, all that water that I applied should have sent that yellow pigment more um down the face of the canvas. But the yellows, and it's not even like it's dry. It dried faster than the other two. So yeah, there's something up with that binder, the acrylic binder. Well, I'm gonna have to retract my statement about this Utrecht cadmium yellow being better quality than the other yellows, because it's doing pretty much the same thing as all the other, well, at least the Dick Blick brand yellows. I'd have to test it against golden because I have some golden, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's all the same. Sorry I missed you, Napalm. Welcome. If you're still there, thank you for stopping by. Everybody, I appreciate it. And the likes. We surpassed our average of 7 to 8 per stream. That is nice. Thank you guys. Thank you guys and Wendy. Great garage sesh. Yes. Thank you for reminding me, Dave. I am changing the title for these sessions to Garage Arts. Uh, have a good one at the wage cage. Thank you, old school Dave. It will. It's only a 4 hour shift. Um, I'm hoping to maybe get some illustration stuff done on the iPad, but knowing me, I'll just goof off and watch a bunch of YouTube. But I gotta be careful. I've been letting being a little too careless with that, and I need to pay attention more to my job because one of these times they're really gonna need me, and I won't be paying attention. Some some pregnant woman will be sitting out on the sidewalk giving birth while I'm sitting there at the desk watching YouTube. That almost happened a couple weeks ago. Guy come rushing in. I thought his wife was already upstairs in the labor and delivery, and because he had parked weird in the driveway, and I was like, he came in. I was like, "Hey, you can't park like that, or you can't park there," because he was in our little roundabout, but he was on the other side of it, like in the right hand lane. I'm like, dude, you can't park your car in the right hand lane of the drive, like the pull in. But yeah, but he went up there. I was like, I didn't even know until he's in the elevator going upstairs. Like, dude, I could have just hit this button, and the gals from up in labor and delivery would have been running down the stairs to you. But he was like, I was like, didn't realize his wife was in the car because I couldn't see her because he had I think she was laying down, like, he had the seat back, so she was, like, laying down, so I didn't see anybody in the car. So I was assuming nobody was in there, and he was just running up there to go be with his wife. At that point, I was like, "I don't even care. It's slow. Nothing's going on. No emergency vehicle is gonna be pulling up in the driveway anyway." Alright, guys. It is that